What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And an absolute bombshell report just dropped as two whistleblowers leave Facebook and share some absolutely astonishing activities going on behind the scenes. And look, support alt tech. Make sure you click that like button and make sure you subscribe. If you're watching me on YouTube, if you're watching me on Odyssey or BitChute, please do subscribe to me so you can actually find these videos and you can stay up to date on all the latest shenanigans going on. Project Veritas has been an inconvenient thorn in the side for Silicon Valley for a very long time, and I am here for it. I strongly support James O'Keefe and the work he does. Now, some people have issues with how he obtains truth. I'm not here to pass judgment. I'm not a reporter. But when the guy can get, major personalities from CNN caught in 4K because, he uses the classic honeypot, people don't like that. I genuinely couldn't care less. I'm here for it. Now, a huge report now coming out about Facebook. Facebook whistleblowers expose leaked internal docs, detailing new effort to secretly censor concerns people may have on a global scale. Now, this is in regards to the poke. Facebook has responded by saying, quote, "We proactively announced this policy on our company blog and also updated our help center with information." Facebook company spokesperson. Two Facebook insiders have come forward with internal documents detailing a plan to curb any hesitations around getting the poke on a global scale. The stated goal of this feature is to drastically reduce user exposure to VH comments. These are hesitancy comments. Another aim of the program is to force a decrease in other engagement of VH comments, including likes, reports, and replies. So look, if you're talking to your grandma or you're in a Facebook group and you just have some hesitancy or concerns, they are going to actively censor those, deboost them, hide them. And this is extremely concerning. Like, I don't really understand how I could possibly understate this. Look, I'm not a doctor. I'm not offering any medical advice whatsoever. Do you hear me, Susan? All right. I'm not sharing my opinion on whether people should or shouldn't do this. I believe, as a liberal, your body, your choice. Okay. Now, why is Silicon Valley doing this? Do they do this with the flu shot every year? Do they do this with other types of medical treatment? No, they don't. This one, however, is bizarre. All you're going to do by doing this kind of stuff is make the people who are hesitant more hesitant. I don't really understand how this is some sort of anomaly to them. You understand that if people have concerns about getting it, okay, and then you create these systems that suppress their concerns, they're going to be more concerned. It was such a shocking revelation that it moved not just one, but two whistleblowers to come forward to Project Veritas so the public could be made aware of this plan to stifle free speech. One whistleblower said the company used their tier system to determine how a comment should be censored or buried. Comments that include, quote, shocking stories describing potentially or actually true events or facts that can raise safety concerns are demoted. Comments that include, true events or facts that raise concern about the poke are fair game to be demoted and hidden according to their source, despite their authenticity or capacity to contribute to the public good. So essentially, even, what'll happen is if something actually bad happens, right, heaven forbid, and I hope that it doesn't to people, you're not allowed to talk about it, period. And all that's going to do is sow more concerns, don't you think? One of the insiders said, I have to do something. Project Veritas reached out to a top Facebook spokesperson about these documents, received only a brief and broad statement in reply that failed to address their biggest question regarding transparency. They're trying to control this content before it even makes it onto the page, before you even see it. The other Facebook insider added, if I lose my job, it's like, what do I do? But that's less of a concern for me. Facebook, now here's the actual story. I mean, you have the company set up a tier system to rank comments. Tier 2, for instance, represents indirect discouragement of getting it. And according to their sources, user comments such as these would be heavily suppressed. It doesn't matter if the comments are true or factual or represent reality. The comment is demoted, buried, and hidden from view of public if it clashes with this system. Again, this is Silicon Valley overlording, thinking that they know better, thinking that it's their job in some bizarro world to be policing public health. Like, bro, God, this is what Section 230 is about, okay? Look, you could argue that Facebook is not publishing content and therefore are still protected by Section 230, but I would argue that they are actively publishing by depublishing and by engaging in editorial activity. That is what a publisher does. And we saw it with now the new law that's being proposed in Florida about allowing private citizens to sue Silicon Valley companies. Again, this is not me advocating. I am not a doctor. I'm not making any statements whatsoever about what you do with your body. I think you should make the choice that you feel is right for you, and it's nobody's business. It doesn't matter. If it doesn't match the narrative one insider explained, the narrative being get it and it's good. Everyone should get it, and if you don't, you will be singled out. One of the insiders, a data center technician, leaked multiple internal documents detailing an algorithm test being run on 1.5% of Facebook and Instagram's nearly 3.8 billion users. The goal? To drastically reduce user exposure to anyone hesitant. They're trying to control the content before it makes on your page or you even see it. And you see here, here's the actual comment demotion. Drastically reduce user exposure to VH. What is the product change? Utilizing existing version 1 VH classifier to demote comments on ranked comments, meaning that they are filtered from, quote, most relevant, but are still visible in other tabs. And this is insane, dudes. Like, what do you, I mean, come on. Why? I don't know what else to say. Look, Minds.com is great. I love it. I have a Telegram. That's also great. Parler's dead. Okay. There's Gab. I don't use it, but other people do, and you can find people. The documents, which you can go through on Veritas's website, is actually really, really interesting stuff. You can see the project leaders are listed in the chain of command, report directly to Mark Zuckerberg. This is a Zuck project. This is Zuckerberg. This is insane. Look at all these documents. You can't, shocking stories, potentially or actually true events or facts that can raise concerns indicated by sharing or following either with context or with hyperbolic terms. Meaning, if something terrible happens, Facebook, in regards to the poke, right? If you're one of the very unlucky small percentage of people, even if it's true, Facebook is actively hiding it from you. Where's the legislation? Where's the legislation on this? James O'Keefe says, more to come after Project Veritas releases documents revealing Facebook censoring anybody hesitant. This is so crazy to me. Like, you should absolutely not be using Facebook. I felt like I've gotten kind of lazy with it because I still connect with my family that way. But don't expect anything that you say to be unfiltered on there. This is nuts. And why is it only the right? Why is it only the right that seems to be speaking out against this? Do you think, let me know in the comments down below. By the way, please do subscribe on whatever, I think I already said it once, but whatever platform you're on, whether it's, sorry, I've got cats walking all over me. Whether it's YouTube, BitChute, Odyssey, Rumble, I'm producing content to all alt tech. Please subscribe on whatever platform you're watching and consider supporting content creators like myself with Subscribestar. I have one. Your favorite content creators probably also have one. again, I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with removing proven disinformation. I've often spoke out against these miracle cure people on YouTube, tinnitus cures and all this kind of stuff that are baloney. But the problem is, even now they're so concerned that if even you're hesitant, they're blocking those comments. That's spooky. And I don't know anybody who in their right mind should disagree with that. Again, good job to Project Veritas. They have their tip line for people. I know I have Facebook employees that watch me. You know, this stuff is nuts. How is this? Proven misinformation, that stuff going around like with magnets and stuff like that. I don't care if that gets removed, or actually, I'd rather it just be notated, because that actually does more to tell people that it's debunked. But when people are just sharing a hesitancy and you're burying that, that's only going to make people way more hesitant. Great work, Mark Zuckerberg, and our Silicon Valley overlords continue to overextend their power. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.